Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome along here to Ulster GAA TV for the McGurk Cup final here in the fantastic surroundings here of the Queen's University Dub Arena here in Belfast. Nice dry afternoon. The floodlights are on. Both teams are out warming up in front of us here, and hopefully we're ready for a good and entertaining game of hurling as the last couple of McGurk Cup finals have been. Okay, so the teams competing in today's final, as you can see in front of you, folks, is Down and Donegal, a repeat of the 2022 decider, which was a really eventful game. Donegal were well in control of that match, and Down stumbled over the line with 2 or 3 great points at the end there just to steal victory, but Donegal come back and won the competition last year, so they're coming into today's game as holders. Okay, so the match officials have already had a couple of words with the captains here. They're in front of us here. The referee today is Barry Winters from Tyrone. Standby referee and linesman is Kieran McCluskey. From Antrim, Jared Fox, also from Tyrone on the sideline, and fourth official today is Fintan McCotter from Antrim. Okay, my name's Conor Watson. I'm doing commentary today here. I'm joined today by former Antrim star Johnny McIntosh. He's been on the microphone for a while now on different occasions, so welcome along today, Johnny.
Thanks very much, Conor. Looking forward to what should be a good game. It's as you say, the surroundings and everything here are just fantastic. The facilities here at Queen's are second to none. I'm happy to be up looking after the hurlers up here, and there's a few on display today. None more so than Tom McGrattan from Portaferry, who we're really looking forward to seeing today. One of the shining lights in down hurling. So Tom's starting in corner forward today, so we're looking for a big performance from him. But I'm sure the Donegal men will be out to try and stymie him as much as they can.
No doubt about that. So we'll quickly run through the Donegal team, folks. Okay, on your screen it should be here as well now. So in goal for Donegal is Luke White. The half-back line, the full-back line is Kieran Kern, Kieran Bradley, 2 Burt men, and Gavin Brown. In left corner back, half-back line of Jack O'Loughlin, Stephen Gillespie, also from Burt, and Conor O'Grady from St Eunan's, Brian McIntyre and Ryan Hilferty in midfield. The half-forward line, number 10, Sean McVeigh. Conor Gartland from Burt is centre forward with Liam McKinney. Left half forward, full forward line, Peter Kelly from St Eunan's, and the 2 Setanta men, number 14, Jared Gilmer at full forward, and actually number 15 actually has been replaced.
Yeah, Rory Campbell's not yet. Josh McGee's coming
number
in for
21.
him,
Josh McGee Conley is starting on the Donegal team. Okay, so quickly move on to the down side. The down team for today shows the up-and-coming under-20 keeper Pierce Smith in goals. Much changed team from the semi-final here against Antrim, but a lot of boys got got game time that night. A full-back line. Into the squad comes number 22 Tom Murray. Declan Mallon's listed at full-back, but will probably play on the corner of the wing, and Jordan Murphy from Shamrocks is number 4. Half-back line of Aidan Furlong from Shamrocks, Mark Fisher from Ballygalget, and Matt McAreevy from Breda. A midfield duo, Donald Hughes recently returned from Australia and getting more game time into his legs here before the National League, and Kieran Milligan. Half-forward line, James Dugan, Oisin McManus and Michael Dorian from Ballygalget, and the full forward line, which is Tom McGrattan, who we've just been talking about, Niall Milligan from Portaferry, and Ben Christie also from Breda. One change there in that team, by the way, was number 11 Finn Turpin has been replaced by number 20 Oisin McManus. So as you say, Johnny, I'm looking forward to a good game here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing this Donegal team. I personally thought when I was coming up to see Donegal that it would be littered with a Setanta team. Of course, Setanta, who won the Ulster Intermediate Championship last year, done very well, beating a very good Carrickmore team in the Ulster Intermediate final. So maybe a few of those Setanta boys are maybe just being rested at this stage. And I see there are quite a few of them there in the subs. So there's probably 7 Setanta players in the sub bench. But it's very interesting to see the strength and depth, I suppose, in Donegal hurling when you see players from Burt. I suppose has always been a very big stronghold in Donegal hurling. But you've also now got Carndonna in there. You have St Eunan's, Letterkenny. All of these other teams along with Setanta as well. It's nice to see that, and it's going to be interesting to see. Of course, Down were very, very impressive, 328 to 28 point winners over Antrim, and a lot of people say this competition isn't, they maybe say it's maybe a little bit of a warm-up competition, but certainly the Antrim team they had out that night was pretty good. Antrim had 7 or 8 of their main players, Niall McKenna, and a lot of their big star players were playing that night. And now, to be fair, Down also had a fairly strong team, but Down played really well. Now, they were really, really impressive. I know Down are obviously in action again tomorrow in Kyo Cup, or we call it the Old Walsh Cup, and the old competition.
So way to me than that.
Yeah, so it's they've probably gone on it. But again, I suppose a lot of people have talked about it, but that's one of the great things about this competition, is that we do get a chance for a lot of game time. So we're just about to hear the national anthem, I think.
Yeah, it's the anthem song today there,
Yeah, so there's going to be some, there's some big star players in both teams. I'm really looking forward to seeing the two Portaferry guys that I've mentioned, Tom McGrattan and Niall Milligan. Of course, so close they probably should have been in a club Ulster final against Loughneel. They were very unlucky against Cushendall. And
Niall's younger brother Kieran starting in midfield as well today. Also played on the game there on Tuesday night up in Dunsilla against Antrim. I was up at the game, good game actually, a good run out. I think Antrim probably strengthened a wee bit. They lost the game, having travelled to Kinnegad last week, and the game being not taking place against Westmeath, so they wanted to get a few more minutes into legs there. So both teams are lining out here, folks. Down look to be playing from right to left here. Look to be playing from right to left, as we can see. Is that, I'm looking to see, that's number 15. These down numbers are hard to make out with a wee white line around them as well, but the referee gets the ball through in there. That's straight in. Conor O'Grady looks to be starting in midfield, but that's Donald Hughes in possession, playing up into the corner looking for Tom McGrattan. I think that's Kieran Kern trying to get that ball, but doesn't get it. Tom McGrattan has it, cuts across on his left hand side, strikes over his left hand shoulder, but balls went wide, Johnny.
Yeah, he looks so like his father when you see him on that left hand side, dropping back on his left leg. He just hits it up. That was just unlucky from Tom. It would have been a great settling score for him, but on this small pitch there isn't much time to rest and recover. It's straight back at it here, and it.
Yeah, the ball straight up into the down the Donegal full forward line there, but Down been penalised there for bringing that ball out. I'm not sure who that was. We'll get a wee look here now. We'll see, but he's penalised anyway for overcarrying. You don't mind a referee doing that if he continues to do it, Johnny, as long as he's consistent the whole way through the game. The players are happy enough with that sort of thing.
Yeah, certainly. It looked like Jordan Murphy there just got caught, and you can see the referee just signalling, he took an extra step with the ball, and he's going to be fairly sharp. I think Barry Winters is on. The Tyrone man seems to be on the ball today, so as you say, as long as he maintains that throughout the game and keeps a good level of consistency, it's going to be interesting. This is the first opportunity of the day for the Donegal free taker.
So on the far side here, just lined up. A few people still coming in, a few seats still available there, as you can see, but a bit of a crowd gathering up here Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Doesn't suit everybody probably, but he lifts and strikes that ball, and that's over the bar, and that's the first score of the game for Donegal.
Yeah, it's a good score. Peter Kelly there, of course, and he's been scoring well, I think, for Donegal, and he's going well, I think, at Donegal.
Yeah, so number 13, chancing to go short here with Pierce Smith to Tom Murray, the fullback. He's playing it outside. Is that Matt McAreevy, and they're carrying the ball up here. Putting the ball up into, looking for Michael Down. Michael Down doesn't get that. Donegal covering again here. That's the wing forward back in there, Sean McVeigh. He's playing it up again, but out comes McAreevy for Down. It's a ball, doesn't get under control, kicks it forward. Milligan doesn't get onto that either. Ball's played forward. Donegal on the attack again, played back onto the 45. And a shot from the right hand of his right hand side, and that ball has one umpire, nods the other, and that's a score there for Donegal. The big man with the green helmet here, we'll get him.
Yeah, that was a brilliant score there. I think that was actually Conor Gartland got that, and that was a great score off his right hand. He just danced inside, looked up, and just picked out a brilliant score. It was really well done, actually. I think it was our late sub. I think it was Josh McGee who actually got that one, but Down on the attack again.
And the ball up in the corner, the ball stays in there. That's number 15, Ben Christie, trying to keep it in. Didn't get out over the sideline at all, so inside the 14. Everyone under pressure here, but Donegal bringing that ball clear again. I'm passing it across there to Conor O'Grady, and he plays it back to the wing forward. I think again Sean McVeigh looking for a man up in the half forward line, but Jordan Murphy I think coming out this time, is it? Matt McAreevy it is actually, and that's 21, Josh McGee coming forward again. Hand passes inside, a good hand pass over to Liam McKinney. Liam goes forward again, plays it off to his midfielder. Here coming through is Brian McIntyre. Brian strikes, and that ball is went over the bar again. So a good early few good early scores here. What's that?
Yeah,
No
three very
scoreboard
quick
working,
points.
but that's three.
Three very quick
three
points
scores.
for Donegal. It's a bit worrying for Down. I think the ball's just going into that Down half forward and full forward line. Donegal are turning it just much too easy. Donegal do have a spare man in there. They're playing Sean McVeigh in there as a sweeper. You can see the number 10. He does seem to be just playing in front of Tom McGrattan there. He's trying to curtail certainly Mulligan and McGrattan's influence, which they're probably well aware of. But
So
3 points to 0.
3 points to 0 here, folks. After what? 5 minutes play almost there. A sideline, the far side of the field for Donegal. What we're taking is this Conor Gartland again. And hard to see just on the far side there, the way the lights are. It's a sideline ball. Declan Mallon sitting back in around the house, 4 down. That ball's going to break through. Is Declan Mallon going to go and get it himself? No. Is that Tom Murray trying to clear that ball? Declan Mallon again. He's on the scene. They're under a bit of pressure. Referees in hand. Umpire says that's a 45. An opportunity for Donegal. 65. I'm looking at the line in front of me.
You
here
would think
now.
you were a football man sometimes the way you
you
say these things.
You would think you're at that there.
This is the interesting thing about the double arena, that the 65 is actually the midfield line, which is it's one of the probably one of the only problems with this facility is that the pitch is genuinely probably 20 metres too small. And
for another 15 metres it would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's an incredible facility now, but it's just unfortunately probably had maybe rugby more in mind when it was being designed than Gaelic games, but yeah, it's still nice to get the opportunity to avail of a place like this, you know.
So a 65, we'll get it right this time for Donegal. Just to the left of the centre, folks, here. It's lining up. Takes one look, takes a second look. Do the same style every time here. Dips on his right hand side now. And we'll strike this ball. We're looking to put it between the uprights and make it 4 points to no score. The ball hits the post, comes down. It's fumbled by Mark Fisher. Tom Murray gets there and just skips it out to, I guess, young Mulligan waiting there, and he's says we'll get this ball out of defence here, play it up, look for Tom Murray. The spare man is in behind, so he's not going to affect the game at this stage. Tom McGrattan, sorry, coming across, looking for Kieran Mulligan. Kieran looks on his left hand side, takes a strike, and according to the stick of the goalkeeper, that ball is gone over the bar for young Kieran Mulligan from Portaferry.
Brilliant score there by Mulligan. Really, really good score. He got 2 against Antrim, and that was brilliant. A real settler, one that, to be honest, Down really needed at this stage of the game. They were.
Ball's played up the right hand side there into the corner, and that is Conor Gartland trying to get that ball, which he has. He plays it outside, and a shot off the left hand side this time looks to be just to the left, looks to be drifting wide there, from the corner forward from Peter Kelly that time, so that's a wide from Peter. But good play again with Donegal. Got the ball up in the corner, won the ball by Gartland, played it out nice and smartly, Johnny, but just didn't get the finishing.
Yeah, you can see their intention. They're not messing about with the ball in defence. They're not trying to overplay it. They're just playing quick ball in, and their forwards are dangerous looking, and whenever they get it, they're making chances. And on the flip side of that, Down are probably maybe overplaying the ball slightly in defence, especially given that Donegal have that extra man in the middle of their backs. They really need to.
Sitting there again with a green helmet, just waiting on the ball spilling out and be there to pounce, but Donegal trying to bring it up the wing. Done so, got over the 45 and a long ball in again. I see Jordan Murphy trying to get in behind here, but that was the ball's great outside. There's Spearman inside, but a shot himself and a ball down into the bottom corner of the net there, past Pierce Smith. A goal for Donegal, folks, and certainly that's 1 goal and 3 points now.
A brilliant goal there. I think that's the number 11. I think that's Conor Gartland maybe in there.
It's the full forward,
Jared Gilmore, and it was a brilliant finish. The ball was actually well played by the Declan Mallon, who done well, blocked the ball but down, but just unlucky. Conor Gartland came onto the ball brilliantly and fired a brilliant shot.
He had a man inside him, an option inside him too. The defender couldn't overcommit and go to him, and he stuck the ball well down in the bottom corner. So Pierce Smith, good enough goalkeeper, hard enough to beat from 20 odd yards out, to be honest with you. But sideline ball taken by Down here short. Looking to try and get themselves steadied again after that goal, getting our score on the board. Coming forward here. That's young Mulligan, but he loses out there, runs in a contact.
And again, you can see the physicality of that Donegal defence, and then they're just playing the ball up quickly.
There's Tom Murray, there's a man coming inside him here. Is that he tries to Mark Fisher? That distance out, Mark Fisher will be looking to get a score himself, but that ball's not making it. They're fighting inside here to see, but Donegal, the spare man, is just having the effect in the game there. Young Christie gets the ball out, but doesn't get a strike on it. Turns across again, that is young Ben Christie, and he strikes this time.
It looks to be
on
over.
his
That's a good
left-hand side
score.
and over the bar. Good score by the young breeder forward.
Yeah, that's an important score for Ben. I think he needs a score to get settled in. He's been very lively in there so far, and they certainly, I think, Down need to try and get more ball in around that area to give them more of a chance and maybe stop playing with the ball quite so much in their own half-back line in midfield.
It's a feature of their play, but I noticed them even against Antrim the other night, no matter what it is, they're down there. They're playing the ball through the lines essentially, and on nearly every occasion, every time they get the opportunity, they're trying to play it up and then releasing into the corners after that. So we'll see how that performs with a different type of players out today now. So Donegal anyway in possession here again, and it's their centre back there.
Gillespie,
Stephen Gillespie plays it in, but Declan Mallon, youngster from Portaferry, just out of the under-20s. Didn't quite make their senior starting 15 this year. It's up to Niall Milligan now, tried to play it inside, and the ball's back to Niall, and that's a shot in, and a shot over the bar.
They needed that two in a row for Down, 3 points for Down, 1-3 for Donegal. After the goal, Down have responded well. Connor, they've got two. They've got the next 2 points, and there's just a goal in it again. And Down look, they've settled a little bit more into the game now. They're using the ball a little bit better than they have been. Maybe coming to terms with these Donegal forwards a bit. 10
minutes gone here now, so Donegal get the ball into the half-forward line again. It breaks into young Milligan. He gets up, but he's under pressure and under a foul there by number 7, Conor O'Grady. That was on young Milligan. So Down, as you noticed as well there, that's right, playing the younger fellas, the physicality there, just a young Milligan going forward, run into a couple of more seasoned campaigners, let's say, and the ball was easily turned over now. So that's something they'll need to watch going forward as Mark Fisher lets that ball, plays it down into the right-hand corner where Tom McGurk is not there. Young Christie has made his way across to there. He's there first, tries to get the ball a couple of times, doesn't get it. Possession is key here, but the ball's kicked over the line by the Donegal man, and that's a sideline cut for Down.
Yeah, and especially in this small pitch, Conor, I think it's important that Down try not to clump the play. You can see already as soon as they go into bunches and lumps in there, it's only going to suit the Donegal defence, and what they should be trying to do is keep the players as wide as they possibly can and just use as much width in the pitch as they can to give dangerous forwards like Milligan and McGatton time in there to get onto the ball and take their man on.
It was actually Nick Mallis took that ball, played it in to Tom McGrattan. Good offload by Tom.
Donald Hughes, lovely score by the midfielder there.
Yeah, Donald just back from a year in Australia now, so we're glad to see him back. He missed it entire last season. Bit of a tan about them legs now, but he'll be looking to get into a bit of winter hurling as that ball's played up here. Donegal into the half-forward line looking for number 11, Conor Garland. The stick was held by Tom Murray. And a free in, a chance for Donegal just to steady the ship again and put themselves back 3 points in front.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a bit soft, to be totally honest there. I think he just turned the corner and Mark Fisher just seemed to be in a bit of a foot race with his opposite number there, Conor Gartland, and didn't quite see what went on there. But anyway, it's another opportunity for Jared Gilmore, who's been pretty impressive so far. I have him down for a goal and a point, and he has a chance to go for a second point of the day. He took his goal absolutely fantastically well earlier on, and this is a chance to give him another free.
Yeah, steadies himself, has a couple of looks, dips on his right hand side again here. They lift this ball and strike towards the uprights, and that ball is just inside the left hand upright, and that's a point for Jared Gilmore and a point for Donegal.
Yeah, 1-2 for Jared Gilmore. Yeah. He's dangerous looking in there, and you can see he's not really playing as a proper full forward. He's actually playing out the field, and it's making it very difficult for them to know. They don't know whether to stick or twist with him a little bit, you know, and they don't know whether to go with him or to stay. But again, Down probably a little bit guilty of just bombing that ball on top of the spare man.
Long ball for Pierce Smith, and that's Donegal defenders coming out there. I thought he maybe threw it up and caught it, obviously not, but he certainly got a bit of a tension there by maybe Donald Hughes, was it? And that's going to be a free out for definite, and maybe a word for it wasn't Donald Hughes here. The referee's going and having a word with one of the Down players here. Maybe the first card of the game by the looks of things. Not be a red or anything like it now, probably be yellow, some description I would imagine.
Yeah, I think Down definitely need to try, especially when you have such good corner forwards and good full forward line. They definitely need to try and put width in there. They need to try and get their number 13 young Ben Christie and Tom McGrattan need to go right into the corners and try and pull this Donegal team out to the wings a wee bit, and certainly maybe more movement up front. Donegal are moving well up front and causing a lot of trouble, and Downer maybe a bit static, caught under high balls a lot.
Does the goalkeeper Luke White come out to his own 45
It's
to take
dangerous.
that and put it in? It just goes right below the crossbar, but Pierce Smith steady below that. Doesn't panic, has a wee look to see who's moving. The answer is Michael Doyen, making a run down into his own half. Michael takes that ball well, turns, tries to buy the man.
There, the young goalie. Done really brilliantly there, Conor.
Steadies himself up, plays that ball, but there's the spare man we're talking about. That's the number 10, Sean McVeigh, back in there. So they're going to work it back towards their goalkeeper here, Luke White. He's going to see what's an option on the far side. He says nothing. We're going to go long straight down to centre forward. Declan Mallon's getting below that. Mark Fisher got in there as well. But that was Liam McKinney trying to get that ball. Nobody has possession at the minute. Hand passed out by Jared Gilmer, the full forward. Possible free there, but no. Donegal in again. Is that the substitute in? No, it's not. I think that's the...
It's another very
hard to say. I think it was maybe number 12 again, wasn't it? Liam McKinney getting in that ball's in the back of the net. Down will be disappointed, folks. That's basic defending there under a high ball. They should have been a lot stronger than that.
They should have the ball cleared. The ball broke down a couple of occasions, and Donegal were first onto it. They had even opportunities to cut the play out and clear it, and they'll be very, very disappointed with that second goal. And to be honest, both goals were probably avoidable from a down point of view, and they will, as you say, be very disappointed.
Ball played up into the half forward line where it's now Milligan. Now trying to shift the ball inside, but Donegal busy in there. It's Ryan Hifferty gets that, plays it up the line. Again out in front, it's simple stuff. You get the ball first and get it and go. Conor Gartland plays it inside to Peter Kelly. Is that Peter having a shot there off his left hand side? And that ball's over the bar, so Donegal back to life again. Is that 2 goals and 5 points to Downs 4 points?
Yeah, and second score of the day for Peter Kelly, and he looks lively again, playing at number 13, but standing out here more like a right half forward, to be honest. And this is what's causing Down all the trouble, that Donegal aren't really lining out. They're just playing wherever, and it's causing a lot of trouble. They don't know whether to pick up their men or to follow the ball. And they just seem to be caught in limbo and doing neither, to tell you the truth.
Another handle there from Kieran Milligan from Down. Should have had that ball, but doesn't. It's Donegal on the attack again. Ball coming on the inside. Declan Mallon's below that. He's letting it go. Pierce Smith there. Nobody's making the call there. Lucky again. That was in between zones there. The Donegal man was in there, but just didn't take control. Tom Marriott is trying to bring this ball out here. Tom be full back in the full squad here normally as well. Played the ball out to Donald Hughes. Donald plays it up the line looking, but nobody's claiming that ball again. The Donegal half back line doing well here. Spearman still sitting behind here, waiting to get on this hand pass if required, but they managed to work it out right the way across here now. And a shot coming in again. And that ball has went to the right hand side and wide.
Brian McIntyre has already got a point, and he fancied another one there from 75, 80 metres, and
balls went wide.
Fortunately for Down, he has saved them another point, 7 points in it already, and those couple of goals are going to be really, really hard for Down to overturn the way they're playing, because they really haven't threatened the Donegal goal at all, Conor, to tell you the truth.
No. A few nice passes out tonight here, which have led to shots from 40, 50 yards, but there's been no threat, as you've said, inside. As Down to get themselves a free, a ball hit the ground there. Donegal playing on top of it. I'm not sure why he put his hand on the ball on the ground or whatever the score was, but it was a simple enough free in for Down. A chance for Oisin McManus to try and register Down's 5th point of the game here and bring them within 6 points.
Yeah, and certainly when a team plays a sweeper like that, Conor, you're always trying to coax them out. You're trying to pick them off from distance so that the sweeper has to step out, and then as soon as he steps out, you try and pin the ball in quickly to Milligan in there, we know how dangerous he can be. We've seen what he's done in the Ulster Championship, for his club. So they need to try and just negate their sweeper a little bit more and just come to life a bit more, this Down team.
Yeah, free for Oisin McManus. That's his first score of the game, I think. So the ball is played out again. The Donegal keeper goes short. The full back, he brings it up the field down to the half forward line. Nobody claiming that ball. It's bounced 3 or 4 times there. And comes through to the full forward. Jared Gilmer charges a shot there off his right hand side. That ball has went wide.
Yeah, a bit wasteful there now. I know he's been playing well, but that was just a bit wasteful. He just fired it up sort of very lazy over his right hand side. He probably had men inside. He could have used the ball. His other forwards will not be thanking him for that effort.
So down the man foul. From the far side there.
Yeah, and if
Dugan,
anything,
I think that was James Dugan.
Yeah, the wind's picking up a little bit here too, Conor. So I suppose if anything, Down, to be fair, probably are playing into a bit of a breeze here. I know it's not very strong, but it's certainly
yeah, we can feel it getting a wee bit stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah,
actually, there's blowing across us here.
It'll just be interesting to see how this free goes. He's only really 70 metres, 75 metres maybe from the net. It'll be just interesting to see if he's got the carry on this free.
Fisher's usually a 90-yard man, no problem to him, so we'll see what the situation is. He's got the carry on that. Oh, it's a post and comes down. Second ball to hit the post today, folks. One one on each end here so far now. It's played out on the left hand side, as you can see on the far side. The ball's played up. Mulligan for down, trying to get in there. Down with Matthew now. Mulligan managing to hold on to possession here. They're working the ball back under pressure again as well. He's going to have to release this, which he does just in time. The referee may have decided to blow the whistle there, Johnny, but he's letting him go ahead here. Played up and again. Michael Dorian trying to get up, but under serious pressure as well. It's 2-on-1 as far as the Donegal defenders are concerned here. Donald Hughes gets it, plays it outside again, but that's not a great ball either. There was no chance of Jordan Murphy getting onto that. Donegal through the spare man back to the sweeper, number 10, Sean McVeigh, and Sean looks up the field and he plays it into the far corner. Declan Mallon brings that ball down, but down defence not getting it cleared again here, under a bit more pressure again. Ball's trying to work out towards Mark Fisher, but it comes this time to Matt McAreevy. He plays it outside looking for Jordan Murphy. Well, it didn't happen. That's a bit of he got away with a bit of a tug there as well now. So Donegal with a chance. Nobody went to the full forward at all. Jared Gilmore had a chance to steady himself, and when you give him time, straight in front of the net, Johnny expect nothing else.
Yeah, but far too easy, Conor, to be totally honest. I'm not sure why Down just don't push a man up onto the sweeper, because to be honest, they don't seem to be using their advantage in defence at all. Every time the ball comes to them, they're just wasting it. And to be honest, there was 3 Donegal players in a row there just waiting to pick that up. Jared Gilmore picked it up. He had all the time in the day. I'm sure he didn't know where he was. He could have had 2 points in that time. Down just really need to come to life here. This game is going to drift away from them very quickly if they don't get a few scores and liven things up. This looks better inside now.
Inside there now to Christie. Christie coming out off his knees on his right hand side, and he gets his second shot of the day and a second score from Ben Christie.
And first time again, that's 2-3 balls have went into that Ben Christie, and he's looked dangerous with them. Down just need to try and move this Donegal defence about a wee bit more and just try and get them. You just got to be tighter in defence too. It's better. That's more like Down need to be trying to be more aggressive in defence.
Kelly was under pressure down below us. That ball was one head out there. That's Ian Furlong coming forward. The Shamrocks man. There's it. And again here. There's a ball inside again. Back to Ian Furlong. Shoots off his right hand side. Now didn't make it from 50 yards. The ball's dropped to the goalkeeper. And Luke White is going to pump a long ball downfield here. Tom Murray looks to be below that ball, but doesn't claim it first time. Just brings it down on the hurl, sets it up on a plate for the Donegal man. There's Conor McGurk, and that ball's over the bar. Ball should have been claimed if he's.
There's probably too much. There's probably too much men going up with a stick above their head, because to be honest, they're just breaking the ball down for the Donegal men every single time.
Donegal are sharper on the break there every time. A poor puck out straight to the centre forward Conor Gartland. He plays it inside looking for Peter Kelly. Peter just doesn't commit to get that ball. Donald Hughes has it. Donald tries to hand pass it back, but Kelly's still in there.
Hughes has done well, Conor, but you can see he
has
been a little bit out of hurling. He just looks a little bit rusty, and you can see he knows what he should be doing. It's just
I'll come for him too as the season goes on. Mark Fisher plays that ball up to the down half forward line. Looked to be a bit of a block, but the referee says play on. I think that was James Duggan, and he strikes that ball, but it's well wide of the target on the right hand side. So what's that? 6 points for Down, 2-7 for Donegal with 22 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, Donegal are Down have just been a little bit wasteful. They are trying hard and they're trying to work hard, but they're just wasting some of those shots, and they're not really getting what I would call the main men on the ball at all. They need to try and get McGrattan onto the ball, and a lot of that going on, what you just see running underneath the ball, and just running out straight, blocking the ball straight to the Donegal man. It's not what the manager will want.
No, he won't be too pleased watching a lot of this now, because Declan Mallon should have that ball clean, definitely missed it completely, but they go on the attack again. They're working the ball out. There's my man sitting with 2 or 3 yards spare again. He's worked it back out again. We're going to come across here. It's that to young Kelly, probably, is it, on his right hand side. Peter Kelly, I think it was Peter Kelly struck that there, or was it the midfielder, and puts that ball over the bar.
Yeah, it's again, they're chasing shadows a lot of the time because they're running backwards the whole time. They just can't seem to get their hand on the ball. They have to commit to the ball and try and catch in one primary ball, because every time they break the ball down, Donegal just look much, much sharper and around it.
Yeah, it was McIntyre that time, the black helmet, the same stature as Kelly, but that's his second point of the day now, so it's good.
You can see even there the Donegal man went up and he blocked it down, but he knew that the Donegal man was waiting for the block.
Man was waiting on it, and a shot over his left hand side again at the uprights. The umpires are looking at one another. The goalkeeper says wide, but the umpire says that's
Gilmore again, I think, on his left hand.
On the far side, yeah, in front of the stand. So 2 goals and 9 points for Donegal and 6 points for Down. That's a 9-point lead so far. Down showing no signals of hitting the back of the net at the other end at all, or even working a chance to do that, as Declan Mallon plays it over to Michael Down. Michael Down was been marked there by Stephen Gillespie and marked a bit too closely. Wee bit of a grab at him, and the referee says free in. Here will be a chance for Oisin McManus to get another score for Down, close the gap a wee shade here.
Yeah, I suppose if I was grumbling, if I was the Down manager, I'd be a little bit frustrated. I'd probably try and get McGrattan out. Certainly try and get him maybe out to 11 or 10, and even took him to midfield and try and get him to run with the ball. They haven't posed any threat carrying the ball through the lines at all.
Yeah,
it's been all very one-dimensional. Just get it and hit it, get it and hit it. And you know, as soon as they start running at this Donegal team, they might cause them a few problems. And again, I'll say it again, but they are far, far too narrow, I think, Down.
Oisin McManus lifts and strikes at the St John's man. Strikes over the bar. I think that's Oisin's second point of the game. Both from place balls here, so look white and Donegal go here. Plays the ball out to the stand side there, and again there's a midfielder with quite a few yards to spare there. There's Ryan O'Flaherty. Doesn't take the ball, but again Donegal winning possession in that zone there. Isn't the ball inside again, looking for. But out comes Kieran Milligan. Kieran plays that to his bigger brother Niall. Niall takes a look and see who's inside him. That is young Christie coming out again, isn't it? He plays it across to Michael Dorian. Michael turns back. So no, he doesn't go back to Christie at all. But it's Oisin McManus coming forward. Oisin striking off his left hand side. Shouldn't be a ball for Oisin, to be honest about it. But he has let that ball drift to the left hand side and wide.
Yeah, bad wide for Oisin there, to be honest. That was really a tap over 45 metres out straight in front of the net, and they really could have done with it, Down, to be honest. To say they're looking a little better, but still a lot of passes there to go nowhere, really. And again, this man Jared Gilmore's causing so many problems for.
He had time to look up and slip that ball forward to centre back Stephen Gillespie, and Stephen had time to lift it and stick it over the bar. A good score for Donegal. Simple work, puck out. Bit of good smart thinking from Jared Gilmore. Good ball up and a simple tap over from the centre back. Down management will not be pleased with the ease of that score there.
Yeah, sometimes I worry a little bit about. That's the first time I've seen a man lean, but sometimes I do worry about some defenders forget the basic rule of defending. You've got to mark your man first and foremost. You can't go looking for the next puck out straight away. You've got to think, right, I need to mark this man. Number 14. Jared Gilmore has 1-4 to his name, 1-2 of that from play. He needs marked. Someone needs to pick him up and go man to man at this stage. So
it needs to happen as Ben Christie tries to get that ball but doesn't. Donegal corner Ben working it out well. And again, there's a line. It's like a football game there, John. There's a line of yellow jerseys across every one of them waiting for that ball to be recycled back if needed to. But they got it to their goalkeeper and he plays it up. Look, Mark Fisher's 4 yards off him on an inter-county level. Is not close enough for a man like that can get the ball, turn and stick it over the bar. The centre forward corner Garton. You can't give anybody only 4 yards at this stage.
Yeah, and it's coming from very obvious stuff in defence. You know, they're not really working hard enough in defence, and then all these spaces up front. You know, and that's why I honestly believe this spare man for Down would be just better. Push up, let them go man for man, and tell the Down defenders just mark your own man. Stop chasing shadows. Stop covering space. Stop going for short puck out. Pick up a man. And it would make things a lot easier, and probably a lot easier to understand for the Down defence, because I think the system they're playing at the minute seems to have them all a little bit confused and bemused and befuddled, to be honest.
The spare man we've been talking about him, Sean McVeigh, he's going to carry the ball forward the halfway line. He might have a shot himself, but no, sees a run from a man inside there, plays the cross. He doesn't take it. That's Jordan Murphy coming out, being hassled and harried. Jordan hasn't got the ball away yet, but does at this stage. Gets it up into the half-forward line for Niall Milligan. Donegal breaking that ball down again. Carrying it forward again over the halfway line. Into the scoring zone now. They flick it out to the Orby midfielder. I think that's Ryan O'Flaherty there. Or Brian McIntyre was actually.
It's so difficult, but it's so difficult for the down defenders because the Donegal attacker, Donegal half-back line and full-back line has all the time in the world to pick their passes. Again, look, options everywhere for Donegal. Three men everywhere.
Man over on this side as well. He's ignored and the ball goes long in there.
Brilliant score.
That's why the ball went long in, because it went long in and straight over the bar there. Super score from the far side. I'm not sure who it was.
That was Liam McKinney, maybe again getting a second of the day, and he's been impressive over there as well.
Yeah, on the far side, a super score.
But again, Down seem almost more intent in getting out again quickly for the short puck out as opposed to just worrying about covering their men initially.
Tom Murray to Michael Doyle. Michael turns and shuts off his right hand side. That ball again is drifted to the right hand side and wide. Tune in against the call from the down man on the sideline here, but we need to tune in, and that's starting to get some results here, and that's just not happening. As Donegal have time to go short to the full back and back into the goalkeeper, and he goes up. Kieran Milligan, his eye through that ball, tries to pass it outside to Michael Doyle. Michael steps inside, doesn't get any short to Young Diggin. He gets short to Tom McGrattan. Lead on furlong, it was to Tom McGrattan. Actually, Tom strikes off his left hand side. He knows where the uprights are, and that ball's
you got to get him the ball. You got to get him the ball, Conor. He's your best player. He's one of your best, certainly your best forward down there. You got to get him the ball. Why do you not want to give him the ball every time?
Every opportunity.
Yeah, it's first score of the day for Tom, really, and that's only a second shot.
Yeah.
You know, they probably do need to work a bit harder. Chance in here for a mistake.
And there's young Christie in there. Michael Dorian arriving on the scene, flicks it forward. I thought that ball was coming through Tom McGrath, but it's not. So Donegal spare man again. Number 10, Sean McVeigh, and Sean plays it down the far side. Goes on the sideline here, it's kept in. Donegal man turns inside, he's making a run across. He's right in on the 21-yard line, throws the ball up and strikes it over the bar. Is that the wing forward again there?
Yeah, that's the same again. I think that's McKinney again with his third of the day, and the down man tried to make one tackle on him, and at the end of that tackle, that was all he done. Probably overcommitted himself and sold himself short.
Gartland, I think it was actually got that one there.
2-13 to Donegal, 8 points for Down. It's creeping away. It's an 11-point game, and we did say it earlier, Conor. Down need to be careful they don't let the game creep away from them, and it almost looks like it's going that way already. But it's just I'm not entirely convinced just the way. Donegal don't seem too worried. The men are all split up. You can see all the down players lining out for the puck out
here. They're all on the sidelines everywhere.
The problem is the ball's breaking too quickly and then going back, and by the time they get back in their man, they're not close enough. And Donegal forwards have all the room in the world to play. And 2-13 to 8 points, folks. It's especially in this small pitch. I really don't understand it, because the goalie could probably drop the ball almost at the opposition 21. And again, the ball's broken quickly, and now look, none of the down defenders are anywhere near their men. There's another chance here if he wants it for a goal.
The fielder's on straight forward to the 21-yard line.
Again, this is just unlucky.
And not taken first time by Jordan Murphy. Should have been a bit sharper than that. Jordan gets his clearance away, but straight again. Who's there on the Donegal? Man, he strikes the ball left hand side, hits the post again. It's the third time the ball's hits the post today. Comes down to Tom Murray. Tom takes a look upside, says Matt McAreevy, 25 yards out. He carries the ball up, looking for an option here. Tried to give it to Donald Hughes. Donald wasn't expecting that, didn't take it. Oisin McManus picks the ball up. The referee says too many steps there. I'm not sure how many we took beforehand.
I think, to be totally honest, I think the referee just got bored there, to be totally honest with you, and wanted to. I think he was getting cold and he wanted to warm up his hands there, so he decided he would do something. But it was, I'd love to say it was all coming from really good play by Down, or Donegal. But I think what Donegal are relying on this Down team making a lot of mistakes. You know, you can see missed clearances, being out of position, not picking up men. A lot of real fundamental mistakes Down are making, and to be honest, they're making it just much too easy for what's a fairly sharp, well-drilled looking Donegal team. This guy doesn't miss many frees.
Couple of impressive results as well here in the tournament so far as well, Johnny, as far as the Donegal are concerned, and they're certainly continuing their form in the scoreboard today as well. Anyway,
that's another one, and they look lively. You know, they were very strong. They had a strong win over, I think, maybe a Derry team that probably wasn't as strong as they could have been, but they beat a good Fermanagh team as well. So it's this is a competition that I think has always done Donegal a lot of good, and they give it the respect it deserves, and they get a lot out of it, which is important.
And Christie plays that ball across for Down, looking for Oisin McManus. So as Oisin gets on the second opportunity, he's carrying it forward. Carried it a bit longer that time than he did the last time.
I reckon he did. I think you're right.
Kieran Milligan tried to get that again. but Down don't make any headway at all there whatsoever, and it's a free out for Donegal. Down spare man on the 21-yard line right in the middle here. Looks to be McAreevy. Where's the free going? It's going short to the left-hand side. Taking again, the second opportunity. Donegal man turns inside, and somebody's showing for support. That's the midfielder. He plays it, turns round for Brian McIntyre. He turns around, takes a shot on his left-hand side. Pierce Smith says, "Hang on to that," but comes out. No protection from his fullback at all there, or from his defender there. The Donegal man get in front of him on the edge of the square. The referee sees a bit of a swipe, and a fortunate event there for Down, not conceding a goal.
Yeah, I do know with the Down management, they probably have a style that they're trying to employ across the whole team, and I know this is probably maybe a bit of a makeshift team they have out, but sometimes when you're trying to play a style of hurling, it's very difficult for boys who aren't maybe regularly playing that style to know what they're doing. So sometimes it's maybe worth just thinking to just
Horses for courses.
Yeah, and just go simple with it. Mark your own man, stay tight to your man. Let's just try and keep things just tight a little bit more, because what they are at the minute, just chasing shadows.
Tom Murray plays that ball at this side looking for Michael Doran. Michael comes out, takes it his first time, turns inside, takes a few steps. The referee says advantage. That's a free in. Michael goes again, loses possession, and the referee says come back for the free. The advantage was played down as a free in, an opportunity for Oisin McManus to get Down's 9th score of the day. 2-14 to Donegal, 8 points for Down.
Yeah, and if anything good's going to happen for Down, to be honest, it seems to be coming through Dorian there. He seems to be aggressive. He wants to get the ball. He's coming out in front, showing for the ball, and when he gets it, he does try and attack the line and attack hard, and he's causing problems. The number 6 Gillespie in there for Donegal's a big man, and he hasn't the pace to last with Dorian. Certainly that would be my advice to him in the second half. Get the ball and start running at this Donegal defence. They've got to create goal chances at this stage, Conor. Points aren't enough at this stage. The game's creeping away. They're now 12 behind. Hopefully, if this goes over for them, there'll only be 11.
Oisin McManus lifts and strikes off the right-hand side. That's his third place ball of the day. It's one over the bar. Yeah, Michael Dorian, good young hurler from Ballygowan, to be fair now. Certainly has his moments, like everybody else, he needs to grow into a senior career, but the potential's certainly there. Just a matter of hopefully being able to deliver in the years to come. So Mark Fisher doesn't take that ball cleanly, but skips it up to Tom McGrattan. Tom McGrattan plays up to Oisin McManus. Oisin looks into the corner, sees Tom McGrattan, ball in a wee bit high for him, over the head of Tom, and the sweeper we've talked about different times throughout today. Sean McVeigh's there, ready to play it back to his goalkeeper, Luke White. Luke plays the ball simply across here again to the corner back. Kieran brings that ball, plays the goalkeeper again here. He'll be looking for a score here, maybe. I would imagine Luke White's having a dig at it there. Pierce Smith's looking above his head, and that ball clears. Pierce Smith clears the crossbar, and that's a point for Luke White in the Donegal. You have to say, Johnny he worked that well, in fairness, given. Got the ball, took it again.
Down should really know that. This pitch is small, just because he's inside his own half, he still might only be 80 metres from the target. He's basically a goalkeeper, and he has a breeze with him too.
Yeah.
To be honest, these boys could almost put the ball over from their own 21. It's Down just need to waken up. I think this whole idea of the sweeper is just, they have not come to terms with it in this first half at all.
McIntyre going forward, there was a battle there. That 10 seconds there was perfectly illustrated the game. The battle on the midfield for possession, and Donegal come out with it. As simple as that. That's what's been happening since the first or second minute. Michael Doran, good play by him. He puts that ball into Donald Hughes. Donald takes a strike on the run on his left-hand side. And Down will be happy to see somebody, Donald Hughes, getting his second score of the game there.
He's been a big positive, he's been a real positive for them, and I think if Down are to take something out of this match, I would say it'll be getting an extra 60 minutes of play for Donald Hughes, because he has looked very, very lively and strong, and if they can get him back and get his touch back. But apart from that, to be totally honest with you, Conor, there's been very few positives for Down. They just look a little bit second best out there too.
Yeah, it's a half-time whistle, folks, as you can see there, as you can hear actually by the referee. Barry Winters, and the scoreboard to our right-hand side says Down 10 points and Donegal 2-15, so 6 and 5's 11. That's a bit of a gap now at half-time. Donegal won their comfortable, were ahead in this game a couple of years ago, and Down came back in the second half. Donegal sort of held on to the last couple of minutes, and then Down got 3 very late scores towards injury time to actually win the game. Down will be hoping for something like that to happen again. Doesn't seem any sights of it there at the minute, to be honest, as Johnny has said here, apart from Donald Hughes maybe in the Down in the Down team. There hasn't been too many other people impressing. Tom McGrattan has only got a couple of balls there, one at the very start which he went hit wide, the second one went over the bar. Young Ben Christie will work hard up front with a few opportunities, but apart from that now, the defence will certainly need, in my opinion, the same as Johnny, go man to man and tighten up here and try and curtail the Donegal attack, because in Conor Gartland, Liam McKinney, the replacement before the match, Josh McGee, certainly young Gilmore, Peter Kelly, I think it's 2 or 3 points as well, and Stephen Gillespie at centre half. Donegal the bigger spread of scores, Johnny, and you have to say they've had more threats from all over the field, and if it continues in that vein for the third quarter, well, we can forget about anything else, but Donegal retain the trophy, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely, Conor. I think Sean McVeigh, number 10, has been very impressive actually as a sweeper. He's dropped in there and he's done a very selfless job, to be totally honest. He's sat, he hasn't moved, he hasn't panicked, he hasn't been dragged out of position too much. When he's got on the ball, he's used it well, he's pinned it into the corners, exactly what they want to do. But I think Down now, they're at the stage where they have to just say, look, it's all or bust. We're so far behind at this stage, they're just going to have to push up. Personally, I think they should probably push up maybe the likes of young Jordan Murphy, or make a few changes, even push Furlong or McAreevy up the field. And say you got to pick up number 10. They can't build out, especially against a bit of a breeze here. You want to put Donegal under pressure, make them shoot from distance under pressure in this second half, and then leave more space up front. They've got to create space up front, Down, and try and get McGrattan and Milligan and these boys onto the ball so that they can attack the ball and create those goal chances. To be totally honest, we've said it before, without goals in this second half, I cannot see Down getting away back into this game.
Yeah, that's certainly the way it's looking. So folks, thanks for tuning in there for the first half. Going to take a wee break here from the Dub Arena here in Belfast. We'll be back with you in a matter of minutes here, I would imagine now, 10 minutes or so for the second half of this McGurk Cup final. Thank you. Okay, folks, welcome along back to the dub here for the second half of this Conor McGurk Cup final. Half-time score, Donegal 2-15, down 10 points. That's 11-point victory. Both teams are 11-point margin ahead for Donegal. Both teams have lined out here. The referee is just coming into position now. Got the ball in his hand here is Barry Winters from Tyrone. I'm not sure if there's any changes on either side here. We haven't had any notification. If there is, we'll try and bring them to you here as the half goes on. So it's one of the umpires on the far side here, and just must have took a second cup of tea there. Johnny's just making his way down to the left-hand side.
Yes, it's just it's going to be interesting to see, especially what you said. It seems to be down. Donegal have certainly lined out, but as you can see straight away, Sean McVeigh does look to be heading back towards that sweeper roll before he gets that shot away. And he's just dropped this one in dangerously right on top of the down keeper.
Yeah, Pierces that ball.
He has. Right. I'm just watching Sean McVeigh, the number 10 for Donegal, and he's made his way right back into the middle of that defence, and he has set himself up as a
same as he had in the first half.
As he did, and
he had on Furlan, tried to bring that ball out and didn't get it. Mark Fisher was the same. Donegal on the attack again, down defending this. Okay, and the ball is coming into young Furlong from Shamrocks, and he plays it up to Michael Doyen. Ballygagamon gets it and hand passes it out to Declan Mallon. Declan Mallon plays the ball inside, not a great ball. Donald Hughes doesn't get to that. Donegal sharper again, starting the second half. Donegal man was coming out expecting that pass, showing for the pass anyway, which is always a good sign. Management be happy with that. Ball bounces up and Donegal get a clearance up to the half forward line. I think that was McKinney, I think, caught that. Tried to play it inside, but down pushing forward, shooting from left to right. The referee has this hand up for an advantage here for a foul on, was that the number 10 James Dugan, I think, and an an opportunity for Oisin McManus to register Down's 11th score here and try and start the ball rolling for Down here in the second half, John.
Yeah, and they certainly need it. You can see Donegal have set up very, very tight in there around the middle of their net. They're just not willing to concede goals, and I'd say that's been part of their team talk at half time. They've been saying if we don't concede a goal, we will not lose this game, and I would agree with the Donegal management on that one.
Yeah.
That if they can hold this Down team out, they're going to be able to pick off their own scores, but Down need every single one of these, and they need Oisin McManus to be absolutely laser-like with these frees from now on, and that's a good start for him. That looks like his fourth of the day.
Yeah, he lifts that ball and strikes it.
Yeah, he's shown in the England Championship this past few years that he can, and he is a fairly reliable free taker, but Down need more from him, and they need more from him from play, and they need a bit more from a lot of their forwards who haven't really sparked to life in this game at all.
No. You're right about Oisin from place balls there now. That's one thing he usually is pretty decent at them now, to be honest. A bit of a crowd on the far side there, but a ball broke out for the Donegal man. He plays it up into the full forward line.
And again, it's just far too
easily and strikes the ball on his left hand side, but Pierce Smith gets that. Ball stopped on the line, a few yards to his left, and gets the ball out to his corner back, and the ball's cleared up into the half forward line where Tom McGrath has come out there. He's over the halfway line. He hands the ball sideways to Donald Hughes. Donald takes a look up, sees who's available. Niall Milligan. Niall lifts it, plays the ball. He's going for a score, but doesn't get it. The ball breaks inside to young Christie. Takes a shot from his left hand side, saved well by the keeper. And a chance for Tom, and Tom strikes this ball. And Tom strikes it over the bar. So
yeah, good start for Down. 2 points in a row for Down. That's 12 points, 2-15, 9-point game again. McGrath had a chance there. Young Christie also had a chance, but a brilliant save in there by Luke White. Not only can he score them, but he can save them as well, as he showed us earlier on. But Down looked to have a bit more purpose this half. They just need to try and be a bit more aggressive. It did seem very easy there for the Donegal man to come in. Just before that, he just went round his man very, very easily. And a bit of a tame shot in at Pierce Smith, who done well to scramble the ball away, but Down on the attack again.
Yeah, sideline taking short inside to Declan Mallon. Declan didn't get that ball away there. Plays it outside again. I think that McAreevy coming forward. Matt looks on his right hand side. The Breda man plays it upside. There's young Christie coming out as well. Doesn't take the ball first time. Under pressure again from the cornerback. Good defending, Kieran Curran in there. He gets the ball and fires it forward ever so slightly here.
Yeah, 19 down there is now McFarland. The Breda man has come on as a sub in this second half. Gives it to McManus and just fires one up. But
number 20 on his back. Is that ball knocking over the bar?
Gone over, and that's a brilliant score. A really, really brilliant score from Oisin McManus. Didn't look, just turned, pinned the ball straight over from just about 55 metres. Lovely score. 3 in a row for Down. down 13 points. Donegal still to score in this second half.
And now McFarlane, as you say, has come on to the down team here in the midfield. So our white helmets, so we'll see who's gone off here and try and bring it to you in a wee minute or two, folks, once we get word.
I wouldn't say the alarm bells are sounding in Donegal just yet, but that 11-point lead of theirs is now an 8-point lead.
Yeah.
And they haven't quite wakened up yet up front, Donegal, and certainly full forward in there. Jared Gilmore is the man they want to try and get in the ball, and Down just don't want to give them anything easy for the first few minutes of this half. And again, that's much better. They're getting the ball out, play the ball away quickly, try and get the forwards in the ball.
Pressure, Donald Hughes putting them under too much pressure, and that's Jack O'Loughlin that claimed that ball there. Wee bit of attention from Donald, nothing major, a bit of momentum maybe carried him forward actually, but the referee says that's a free in. And an opportunity for Donegal. I'm not sure who's going to come out and take this.
Gilmore. Well, Gilmore was over it, but I think he's going to leave this one to Gilmore this time again. And this is the full forward who we were just talking about, who has 1-4 to his name so far. And he really could do with this as a bit of a settler for his team. They've just for the first few minutes, they haven't, as I say, come to life. But
yeah, he's taking a few moments just to get himself settled. Has a wee look, he'll get through the normal pattern, couple of looks, point to her in that direction, and then left and strike off his right hand side, and we'll see if the white flags go up here or what the situation is. He dips and lifts and strikes.
He's got it.
Looks good. Pierce Smith is certainly looking straight above his head here, so that's an indication to us that the white flag's coming here, and a point for Donegal. It's the first of the second half for the place ball, and for our top scorer Jared Gilmore, he's corner back for Down, is taking that ball as Jordan Murphy, I think that is, and he plays the ball out there. The ball is under pressure again. The ball's behind back into the down full back line. They're carrying the ball out, but there's 3 Donegal men there hounding and harassing them, and the ball is turned over, but Down recover again and play the ball up in the half forward line looking for Tom McGurk. Tom brings that ball down, tries to get a lift in. Good hurling there from Donegal. Out comes Brian Christie. Christie fires the ball out to Ian Furlong, and Ian Furlong looks inside and tries. That's Ian Furlong now in possession actually. Yeah, he's getting the ball, but he ain't moving forward with it as Niall Mulligan takes over. Ball still on the deck here, nothing too much happening here, folks. Nobody can get control, and the ball bounces up, and it's that young Christie striking off his right hand side, and that's another score for him, his 3rd score of the game.
Yeah, you just wonder why they didn't do that first time. They just seem to go in, and then come back all the way back out. And just too many touches. They just need to be more direct, I think, Down. They need to get the ball into their runners, turn, take their man on, get the shot away quickly, and try and speed the play up.
Look, White plays it up into the half forward line, but Tom Murray strong below that ball. Strong brings it down in fairness, but didn't claim it. That's left to Oshie McManus to play it back to Mark Fisher. Centre back and just puts a hopeful ball down the opposite corner. Young Christie coming forward again. He's in possession. He tried to look over, play Tom McManus in, or Tom McGrath, and that ball didn't get through to him, but it's broke out this time to Tom. Tom gets it and turns on his left hand side now. He will, and tries to get a strike, but it looks to have put that ball just to the right hand side, and that ball went wide.
Yeah, maybe a wee bit predictable there from Tom. I think he needs to try and change it up a wee bit. He might be better stepping out onto that right hand and try and cut down the line and use his pace to try and take his man on. It's all.
Yeah, could have dipped the shoulder there and went, as it was predictable, as you say. Just the defenders just kept pushing him that direction. Donegal on the attack again. That ball's played in as Tom Murray this time.
Yeah, Donegal Down certainly in defence seem to be using their spare man a little bit better. They seem to have made a few more personnel changes, and it seems a little bit better. And that's another good score.
Shot from Michael Dorian that time, and that ball's over the bar.
Yeah, he's been good. 2-16, of course, now to Donegal. It's a 7-point game, and they've kind of crept their way back into this game. And if they could get that goal, it would be a big momentum shift in this game.
Certainly would.
Donegal still haven't come to life at all. And that's to me probably just too short. That puck out, he was inside the 21.
Just got away with it.
That's a long, hopeful ball right down in on top, and that's not a foul, referee.
The referee says there's a tap on the back of the head there, or whatever you want to term it as.
That's pretty tough, to be totally honest. That was a bit of a hopeful one, and the rest would have been a bit good to them there. He's giving them an easy score and an easy way back, and another easy point for Jared Gilmore straight in front of the net.
Yeah, that was the man that started the game, number 21, Josh McGee there, that was up for that ball. The referee said he got a tap in the back of the head with a hurl there, a loose hurl, and it says a free in. And so there's a substitution coming here, a wee bit of a hold up in the play before Gilmore gets a chance to put this ball over the bar. I think we have a number 22
Yeah, it looks as if Stephen Gillespie's coming off their centre back.
Bernard Lafferty looks to be replacing him.
Yeah, that's a big loss actually. Lafferty coming on, although he's a Setanta man. It's a big loss. You losing your number 6 and Gillespie going off. I don't know whether that's an injury or worried about an injury, but it'll be interesting to see how Donegal cope with the loss of their centre back.
So Gilmer over this free again, lifts on his right hand side and strikes are straight and strikes are nice and high. That's coming down a bit
down into that middle of the Lisburn Road there.
It's coming down towards the motorway somewhere. That ball there.
Someone will have a present in their back garden tomorrow morning along Harberton there.
So now our score 2-17 for Donegal and 15 points for Down. The ball comes down the half forward line. Donald Hughes is out there trying to get it in his hand.
He's got himself a foul.
Flicked over across here. The referee says no advantage there, and that's a free and a chance for Ashley McManus to register another score for Down, bring it back to a 7-point game. But Down are like, is this business of outpointing 11 is hard to get back just by points only. They're going to need a goal or two. I suppose the earlier they get one of them, Johnny, the bigger chance they have of overhauling this lead.
Exactly, and the closer they get, if they get back to 2 or 3 points, then of course a goal makes an even bigger difference, and they just have to keep plugging away. They have plenty of time, and they have got the opportunities, but they're certainly making it a better game. 2-17 to 15 points. I know it hasn't been entirely sparkling, but it has been a good advert for the McGurk Cup. Yeah. And I think with the scores we've been seeing and a lot of what's been going on, it would be lovely to see a grandstand finish as young McManus misses this.
Strikes that ball wide, which
you can bet as soon as you give a free taker a bit of
praise,
he'll turn around and miss the
commentator's curse aside. A substitute there as well for Donegal. Number 23 has come on there to replace number 12, so that's Sean Ward replacing Liam McKinney in the Donegal team. Down in possession, I was going to say here, and looking to bring this ball forward, and Donald Hughes picks it up again in the midfield, plays down looking for Kieran Mulligan. Washington McManus had turned there before he got possession actually. The ball goes back.
Chance for a score. That looks good. Really, really good score.
Long strike. Is that from Fisher on that far side? No, I'm not sure. No,
that might have been young Murphy again from way inside his own half, and it was an absolutely brilliant score. Just turned around, pinned it 85 metres straight over the bar. 16 points to 2-17. If Down could get the next couple of scores to bring this game back, if they could just get back to within get this game back to within 4 or 5 points.
Substitution for Down is number 18 Tiernan Connolly is on. He's replaced number 12 Michael Dorian.
Yeah, so that's a surprise now. I thought Dorian had been pretty impressive. I'm not sure I would have been taking him off, but maybe again because of matches tomorrow and other things they're trying to save him. But McGrattan has a chance now out onto this one sharply. Chance here if he takes it in. Goes for the ball
struck over the bar.
Yeah, that's another good score. Takes us back to 6 points now. That was a good score. I think that was even McFarland there, the substitute, who's come on and got that one. And it's Down starting to play, Conor, to be totally honest. They've come to life a little bit. They just look a little bit sharper now, and they look as if Donegal seem to be panicking. And if anything, Donegal are now just playing the ball in, and it's starting to break.
Donegal playing that ball across the field there from Jack O'Loughlin.
Yeah, and again, this is exactly what Donegal were doing to Down in the first half. They were kind of forcing them to play ball, and then they were always onto the breaking ball. Now Down are starting to get onto the breaking ball.
McFarland, and here's a chance again, looking for young Christie. The Donegal man's come down to an injury there. No, he's up. Thank God, he's up and moving.
Donegal men went for the same ball
as well there. With this is Donegal man coming out into the midfielder, and he's playing it across. I think that's McIntyre coming out with here now, and he shifts it out down in front of us here to the substitute that's just on. That's Sean Ward. Sean turns, sees a man on the far side. The ball doesn't get there. It's cut out. Is that Will McFarland again? He's in the right place.
Should be a score. Should be a score here.
Donald Hughes. Donald through and flicks the ball up, and that's Donald's third score off the game.
Score, 5 points game, and actually Niall McFarland's made a big influence in this game. He's got a score, and he's slotted right in there to the middle, and he's given a little bit of solidity in around it. Although he's playing around the middle of the field, he's playing as an extra defender, and he's going in there, and what he's doing is he's allowing the actual Down sweeper, who should be there. They always have an extra man in there, but he's allowing him to get onto the ball, whereas in the first half they were kind of just chasing shadows in there. But this goalkeeper again, they're giving him a lot of room, and this is what he does. He's dropping dangerous balls into the edge of the square, and these are causing trouble for Down, to be totally honest. They really need to try and cut this bit of play out. Chance again, big chance for a score, and that looks like a really
Gilmer off his left hand side, but that ball's went to the left hand side.
Missed it, and you can see the difference now. Donegal are starting to be put under a little bit of pressure here. That's a bad puck out again. He's put a lot of pressure on.
Declan Mullen's not going to get there. He's up there. It's going to be a foul. Declan is not getting there. Brian McIntyre brings up puck. There's a man in behind here. It's Gilmer. Is that getting in behind there? But didn't get it. No.
He done really well. Pierce Smith there, Conor. He saw the danger and.
McIntyre to Rusty, as he's called below. Here's.
He's grand a nail score. What a brilliant score that is.
Stuck that ball over the bar. Declan now is trying to break into this senior squad now.
They've moved Mallon from number 3 right out to around the midfield, and it's actually making a difference too. He's a
good hurler. You know, he needs to get himself a bit more mobile. He'll be the first one to tell you that, but he's a really good hurler. Was top player in that McGean Cup competition a couple of years ago when the Red High won that in their own right, and he's definitely a talent. As Ben Christie comes forward there, Ben gets hooked there. That's well good defending by the Donegal cornerback. I think that was Gavin Brown possibly there. Good defending for him there. Niall Mulligan in there, and that's Conor O'Grady hand passing that ball back to get his way back to the keeper, Luke White. So young Mallon definitely has potential there. You know, he's got all the skills, and he's featured in most of the Port of Fry's Championship games recently, coming on sort of the middle of the second half time, and definitely can hold his own at that level. There's no question about it. Donegal through young Gilmer, puts his head up and has a good look actually, so good play by him. Plays out the wing back Conor O'Grady. Conor's coming through. Donald Hughes is looking to dispossess him here, but play in by Conor O'Grady, but out comes Mark Fisher trying to just clear that ball, doesn't get it, breaks forward. The Donegal man strikes at the goalkeeper, says wide, but the umpires say no, that ball's over the bar.
Yeah, important score for Donegal there. They really needed that because they were a bit unsettled looking, and Downer starting to work a bit harder. I think young Jordan Murphy in there came out and just totally overcommitted at time, but just stop the ball and pick it up, and he sort of swung wildly. But there looks to be a lot more excitement, a lot more movement up front from Down.
Yeah, Down have 6 forwards up here. Like Donald Hughes going to probably 11 seems to have helped them, and they're sort of they're 6 on 7 up here. So the spare man's just not getting as much room. Down has pushed an extra man up there.
And Granton's also moved out a little bit out towards the half forward line,
left hand side with a strike here. And that ball's went over the bar. So yeah, another score for Down. That's 20 points for Down, 2-18. We're back to a 4-point game.
Yeah, Tom McGrattan's move out the left half forward, it's taken him back to life. Sometimes Tom can be isolated a bit in there, especially if you're not. And I always look at it, if you've got a prize forward in there, you've got to either get the ball into him or else get him out where you can get him on the ball, you know, and that's why it's important for him. That's his second score of the day. If Tom McGrattan comes to life, this will be a very different game for Down in the second half.
Claiming that ball again there, coming forward on his left hand side, throwing the ball up and striking, but they're still chipping away at this end. That's another score for the number 12 there.
Yeah, that's McKinney. McKinney's been impressive. I make that 5 points. He's got, you know, an all from play. So I know we had been talking at half time who our man of the match might be, but that's 5 from play. I make it from McKinney. So I know he hasn't really been featuring as much maybe without this Jared Gilmore, but he's been impressive in there.
Yeah, it's a substitute. I think they threw us in midfielder again. McIntyre, they look at him there, going forward and playing the ball inside again. But down defence there. Haven't got it. Matt McAreevy even trying to bring that ball. He's no hurl there. He's trying to. There's a hurl there indeed, but he's kicking them. Why he just didn't flick the ball out instead of trying to kick it, I'm not sure there. And that ball comes out to Gilmore, and he lifts it on his right hand side and strikes it over the bar.
Another good score.
Two quick scores there from Donegal, taking the gap back to 6 points. 2 goals in 20 to 20 points.
But again, Conor, you have to say that's probably come from bad play again by Down and defence. They had chances to pick the ball and chances to play the ball, and they just missed picks and real fundamentals of the game that they've done wrong, and that's allowed Donegal chances.
Smart flick inside again. It made its way to the midfielder there for Donegal, and the referee says that's a foul. It's a foul by Ryan O'Flaherty there. Free be taken by Tom Murray, and Tom's just playing this ball across field. Breaking ball, hopefully come down to Tom McGrattan. He's waiting on it there, but he doesn't get in time. The Donegal momentum with the fullbacks bringing him out. Tom's back out there again, but Donegal still bringing that ball clear, shooting off the left hand side, looking for the third score on the bounce here. And that ball just drops below the bar to Pierce Smith. Pierce is waiting in that there. Pierce carries it out to the 21-yard line. Pierce a big strike on him here. He'll be looking just to put the ball into the danger zone, trying to put it up to where Niall Mulligan is there. Goes through and the Donegal fullback. Line again, coming it out, working it inside. Another pass there, it makes his way out to Conor McGurk there, the halfback. He plays it back and the ball's cleared up. But out comes Tom Murray. This time Tom carries it. He's been told to have a look. He's been told to use possession. His arm's been held here all right by the challenge of the Conor Gartland, and Tom's under pressure there. Referee says play on. No foul, no advantage. Donegal man coming and playing his line on the ball. The referee's just going to put a throw on ball. Johnny here on the 45-yard line. 45 metres.
Yeah, he missed a pretty obvious foul there. You could see that Tom had been, he was having his arm pulled. It was pretty obvious, and the ref was just a wee bit out of the play. And but again, down at 3 men to 1 Donegal man, and they didn't use the ball very well. He ran into a blind alley and ended up losing it. And he couldn't get the delivery away. Really needed McManus to try and find somebody and to try and use the ball a bit better. Tom McGurk and just running into that.
Christie out there, out from the corner forward position. He was a bit lackadaisical. Johnny got there first, but just eased up, lifted the ball, and the ball was flicked away. Frustrating stuff now for the down management for sure.
Yeah, and probably a couple of those personalities. You know, they got 3 goals against Antrim, 328 they scored against Antrim, but you know, just that ability just to turn your man and be brave enough to run down those dark alleys is, you know, you're going to have to go somewhere where you're probably going to get hurt and run down a dark alley. I'm not sure this forward line for Down at this moment in time wants to do that. And if they want a chance in this game, they are going to have to just be a bit more willing to take their man on and run down those channels where they might get a knock, they might get a bang, but they might also get a goal out of it, Conor. And 6 points in it, 220 to 20 points. And to be honest, Down have not been spectacular by any stretch of the imagination, and they're still well in this game, and they have scored 20 points.
5-minute spell at the start of the second half there, where they sort of thought we're going to up the levels a wee shade, but Donegal weathered it well. Got 3 quick points there from taking them from 17 points up to up.
And Down have been steady, and you know, Donegal have been impressive. You know, the way they use the ball out of defence. I've been impressed with that. They don't waste the ball, they don't give it away. They use the ball pretty well coming out of defence.
In front of us here, looking sideways, and again 3 Donegal men running. And Hefferty there, he's got that boy be playing it outside here. The margin to Liam McKinney. He's been forward. He's challenged by Jordan Murphy and more down defenders as well. The ball comes back to Gilmore, and he strikes that ball off his right hand side. It looks to be over the top of the post, but the umpire says that's.
I think that's an overexcited umpire there. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure that went over the bar. I think he just wanted.
A white flag was raised.
I think he just wanted a chance to get to wave his flag there, but yeah, we'll give him that. But again, that's coming from the same man, Jared Gilmore, 1-7. And to be totally honest, when they needed him, he's come up with a couple of very big scores, Conor. They were creaking a wee bit there, Donegal, and it's. Those 2 scores look certainly to have settled the Donegal ship, to be honest with you. And
back to 221, folks, to 20 points. That's 7 in that game. We were down to 4 there for a while, and down we're on the ascendancy. Donegal, as I say, nipped away at the scoreboard at the other end. We're still the spare man's back here. He's not having the same effect just in the second half. Declan Mallon gets that ball, goes forward, plays it up here to Young Milligan. That ball's going out for a 65. Sorry, the linesman or the umpire has seen the same as we've seen. So that's a 65. That'll be taken by Oisin McManus, no doubt here. So Oisin gets ready to take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Donegal keeper was doing. I think Luke White maybe thought that had run straight out, but you could see pretty clearly it had been deflected, and why he had loads of time. He could have controlled it and averted this from going for a 65. But he let it trickle out. It's a 65, and it's another opportunity for McManus to tap over a score, as we see another down substitute coming on. It looks as if young Ben Christie's day is run.
Yeah.
Who I've been impressed with. He scored 3 from play, as far as I can see, Ben Christie, and he's been lively looking at there with minimal enough supply, to be totally honest. But substitute is on, and I think it's maybe young Conley, is it, who's coming on?
I think Conley's on already. The board wasn't very clear on the far side. Number 2, Donald McGee, didn't start. There was a 2 at the start, but I thought it was 20 something. But I think it could possibly be Donald McGee that's on here. We'll try and figure that out.
Has pulled this one as well, and he has been guilty of 2 bad wides.
2 bad in the second half and 1 bad in the first half as well there. So 3 wides for Oisin McManus, which would have been down that wee bit closer.
We did say at half time that they couldn't afford any wides, really. They couldn't afford especially those frees, you know, and with those extra 3 points you're talking about, this would be back to only a 4-point game. But as it stands, it's a 7-point game with Donegal Donegal have gone back to this route one, deliver the ball in, and let's get first onto the break and
first
ball.
onto the break. It's simple there. It was goalkeeper, full back to goalkeeper, take a few yards, long ball in, break the ball down, put the ball over the bar. It's happened, don't know how many occasions, but certainly on several occasions today there. And that was another just example of the way Donegal have been working it.
Yeah, and Donegal just seem more willing to want to win dirty ball, and they just seem a little bit more willing to want to compete for the ball. Down are constantly running out into space looking for free pucks and free balls, and again I think that'll be something that'll really frustrate Sheehan. You know, players have to realise, you know, yes, you want to get into space, you want to create space, but you do ultimately have to decide you want to win your own ball. Yeah, and that's just been lacking a wee bit, and to be honest, the hunger of Donegal just looks to be a little bit more at this stage.
Another substitution for Donegal, number 25 Oisin Harley has replaced number 9 Ryan Hilferty there, so Oisin's on there. He's another one of the Setanta contingent. He is indeed. He's on for the last whatever minutes he's left here now, folks. That's the half back there in possession this time, Jack O'Loughlin. Playing that ball forward to Liam McKinney, and Liam plays the ball up the field again, but Mark Fisher has an eye on that ball, comes out, doesn't get it. Declan Mallon gets it, tries to play it down to Mark Fisher. He's not.
He's really quietly efficient, number 12, Liam McKinney. He just gets on with his business. He gallops up and down. He's between the two 45s constantly. He's back in defence. He's up in attack. He's chipped in with 4 or 5 really good scores from play. He's just doing nothing really spectacular with him, but he's the kind of player you would love in your own club side. He just gets on with his business. Jim Furlong there almost got that ball for him. Slipped occasion there, Jared Gilmore I don't know if he got a bang in the knee. You can see him lying down below us there, the number 14, but that's been the star player of the game so far, Jared Gilmore. And it just looked as if maybe there was a clash of knees or something there as he went into the tackle.
Seen Furlong slipping there, Furlong slipped actually, and Waller, when he slipped and went down, he took Gilmore with him or whatever. I'm not sure there, but hopefully that's just a...
I think maybe the way he's showing with his hands, it looks as if he's maybe got a clip with the heel of the stick, or maybe just banged knees, which can be really painful on the inside of the knee. And it's not the warmest day in the world here in Belfast. But,
not to be lying on the ground there. No, anyway, good to see him up anyway. I hate to see anybody get down with a knee like that. You never know what's going to happen. So Tom Murray takes a sideline here. That sums up a few things from down that ball straight over the line here for a sideline by Donegal, just outside the 45-metre line there in the Donegal half.
Yeah, that was just unlucky there. Tom Murray just caught that one a bit. I mean, golfing terms, that would be put down as a bit of a slice.
A bit of a slice.
Out over it, and it just went out of play, and it's given Donegal another opportunity here as they... This 8-point lead of theirs now, they're just going to be very difficult to shift unless Down can pull off something pretty spectacular and get a few goals here towards the end. But Donegal look very well set up, to be totally honest. And they look as if they're willing to work hard, and you can see them again how they're galloping out. Again, this man McKinney again that we spoke about. McKinney again.
He's an overlapping corner back there that he tried to get the ball to Kieran Kern. Actually, there.
He just held it a second too long if he'd given the pass. But again, he's working hard.
McFarland.
But again, that constantly where the Down players out in front, but the ball's going over his head and he's not getting his hand on the ball, is another thing they'll certainly want to work on over the next couple of months down before the National League starts. They'll certainly want to sharpen up that delivery to their forwards and certainly sharpen up the forwards' ability to get onto those balls.
Conor McGurk playing that ball out from the Donegal half back line, but a bit of a few challenges in here, and that's young Milligan coming through again. He slipped as well now. And Donegal again with Gartland coming out in possession there and playing the ball out to the wing. He's going to look it up and see if there's anybody inside. He takes a strike himself, going for the post with that ball. Looks like it went well to the right hand side and wide.
Yeah, the surface looks good, you know, and it is dry, but it is sandy. You know, you can find that players, especially if they haven't just got long studs on, a lot of them wear short studs out there, and you can see it is sandy, so you can lose your feet pretty quick. And it's
not a lot of grass on it now.
No, it's well used. The one thing about the facilities here at Queen's is every pitch is being used almost every night of the week.
They are busy,
If it's not camogie or ladies football or rugby or Gaelic football, there's Sigerson match was here on Thursday night, and there's rugby on it, and you know it's constantly getting used, which it is great.
It's good. That's what it's here for at the end of the day.
It's fantastic, but it does put a lot of pressure on it. I know Queen's resurfaced this whole pitch just last year, but it takes
Takes a bit of abuse now.
Takes a lot of abuse. McGrattan with a chance here from way down the field, and he scores a absolute beauty.
Off his left-hand side again. And
3 from play for him now, and he's looked a better player, Conor, since he's come
out
he's
here
to
to
the half-forward line.
There's a substitution there for Donegal a minute ago as well. There, Oisin Kelly, I think number 20, come on to replace number 4, Gavin Brown. And there's a further substitution coming here now.
Yeah, and the other beauty about the Conor McGurk, it does give managers such a good opportunity, Conor, to get players game time, you know, to get some of the guys who are either younger players or players that aren't getting squad time. You know, without this competition, there's probably quite a lot of that down team wouldn't be involved, you know. They may not get National League. The National League's a very hard school for a young player, you know, when you come up against teams. You know, and it's a great opportunity for them to play in this Conor McGurk Cup to, you know, to get game time against teams that are okay. You know, people maybe sometimes think, oh, it's only this and it's only that, but certainly what I've seen of Donegal and what I've seen of Fermanagh and Tyrone and these teams, they're well competitive, and, you know, and they make the game tough for you, and that's what a lot of the supposed maybe stronger hurling teams. And Ulster need to see badly there by Tommy. Just get intercepted. This looks like a goal chance.
Gilmer coming through, and he just puts that over the bar there for another score for him. And just what you're saying there, Johnny, too. You know, a lot of talk about the split season and the calendar tightening up, and there's proposals or notions or sort of opinions every day that these pre-season competitions serve no purpose or anything else. But sure, wouldn't Down and Donegal be running up and down the country looking for friendlies over the last 2 or 3 weeks? You know what I mean? Like Donegal have had 3 good games here. You know, with Derry, they were Fermanagh, they were Down today. Same with Down. You know, 3 good games as well. You know, good, and able to mix squads up and mix teams. They're playing Q Cup. We're playing lots of competitions here, so it's good. It's good to see. You know, there's no point in doing away with the pre-seasons just to replace them with unofficial competitions.
Exactly,
and
the whole
friendlies. There's no point in it.
The whole split season argument for me, I'm not sure it is an argument. I just don't like it. I'll be totally honest. I cannot see. I know I spoke to a lot of Cushendall players this year. It's a lovely score, but I know I spoke to a lot of Cushendall players. I can't imagine too many club players are delighted at going out playing Ulster finals and Ulster semi-finals in November and December, and, you know, All Ireland semi-finals in the middle, you know, 2 weeks before Christmas. And it's an amazing competition, absolutely. And you know, the club championship, I think, is an absolute jewel in the GAA crown. I think it's an amazing competition. The fact that so many teams can win it, but to be playing that competition, I think moving it from St Patrick's Day, I think, has hurt the competition. I think the St Patrick's Day had such glamour about it, and, you know,
it was an occasion.
It was an occasion. Playing an All Ireland club final on the 10th of January or whenever it's going to be played, for me, just reeks of get it all over with, you know, and that's why I don't like it. And personally, I think the system we had weren't too bad, you know, and I think also it doesn't give the good players aren't getting a rest, Conor. That's what I don't like about it as well.
Thing about it, you know.
You have to think certainly in Antrim terms. If you look at the Paddy Burkes and those boys, they're going to be going 12 months of the year. You know, they're barely going to be getting a rest. Paddy Burkes back training already. You know, so it's you know, that's difficult, and I don't think players are going to revel in that atmosphere for a while. But anyway,
listen, look, there's pros and cons. You know, people are. You talk to different people and they've all different opinions, and there's as many people for it as there is against it, and. You know, certainly different counties, especially different counties are really for it. And if you step, like the proposals to extend the county season by a week would meet with wouldn't be too popular, let's say, in lots of counties around there. We really cherish the club season, but it's important. But it's important we use that club season properly.
Yeah, but again, you know, you have to look at Slaughtneil, for example, who played their Derry county final and then hadn't another match for what, 11 weeks. You know, that's not fair. That's just not fair. And if we can't fix that problem, there's something badly wrong. You know, what are we rushing through an All Ireland series at county level for to leave county?
To leave weeks upon weeks upon weeks.
Exactly. 2 weeks. You know, there should be a minimum of 2 weeks between every championship game. And if we put that into our calendar, we'd be a lot better off. McManus with another chance.
To Oisin McManus, and Oisin to the left-hand side and away another time, right? So
there's almost a feel, Conor, this game has petered out a little bit.
Yeah, it's petered out a bit. 2 goals and 23 points for Donegal, 22 points for Down.
And I think at this stage, the reason it's petered out, and that wouldn't be being disrespectful to Down, it has been the simple fact that Down have not created one goal chance. And Donegal now know that, and they're now thinking, well, you're not going to score 7 points in the next 5 minutes or so. So you've got to be able to create these goal chances, and it's certainly something the Down management will be wanting to talk to them about. They'll be saying we've got to be more forceful in around the square, and we've got to look at least like we can create goal chances.
Yeah, Tom Murray coming out, doesn't get a challenge in there properly at all now, and that's Brian McIntyre that's in there fighting for possession. The two down men are back. That's Murray there, plays it out to Matt McAreevy. Matt takes a look up the right hand side, plays the ball up, but down.
Yeah, this big man's been quiet in the second half. I don't know.
Yeah, good start. A good 5 minutes at the start at 11, and then he sort of went out of it a wee bit since then, as has the most of the Down squad up at that end of the field, to be honest. Donegal are still working the ball up.
I really like Liam McKenna. You know, lovely player, always uses the ball really well. Another good option there.
The second shot from Washington Harley, which has just dropped short and one wide since he came on. Could have had a couple of points now registered, but hasn't done. Ball goes up again to Donald Hughes. Donald on it. We'll be looking to turn inside this time.
I would be tempted with a few minutes to go to maybe try Donald, a big strong man, into the edge of the square, and see if Down could put a few balls on the top of him to see if he could cause a bit of trouble in there.
Donegal, full back now gets that. Full back gets that and plays it out there now. Did Kieran Bradley, but didn't get a good clearance onto it. And it went to.
It was Donald McGee. He was, he didn't start the game, but he has now come on, and he's going back into corner back. And that's a good play there, and this is out towards McGrattan. McGrattan really needs to put his head down. You can see Donegal are not going to allow him, and he needs to pull it on the ground.
Right. Plays it right across there. Nobody there to take advantage of it for Down. Two Donegal men there, one Down man there, but just not able to get in there. Donegal work the ball comfortably out the 21-yard line. Play the ball up the line there, just in front of the dugouts, comes off the down, hurl it back on, and that's a sideline ball to Donegal. A couple of minutes left here, folks, with no clock in front of us, but I think there's something like, is there 34 gone possibly? So we're getting to the close here. If there's another substitution been made, both teams have certainly emptied the bench, Donegal especially here. Let's see who's the sideline ball on the far side here. And Donegal will be happy to retain a trophy. As I say, look, three games in the competition here. Give them a couple of weeks training, then they're back in National League action. What, second week in February probably. So good start to the season for them.
Yeah, personally, I think the McGurk Cup could be taken a bit more seriously, maybe by the certainly the supposed bigger counties. And when I say that, I'm talking about the Derrys and the Antrims and the Downs, that not so much that they're playing, but even to be playing, sort of, I wouldn't say reserve squads or slightly weakened squads, but squads that are maybe a bit more. The bottom line is, an under-20 team won't survive. None of the under-20s. Antrim's under-20 team was absolutely annihilated by Donegal, and they're much too strong. And it's the same. Downs under-20 team, Derry's under-20 team.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're miles off, and it can't be an under-20 team. You've got to be looking at really your best 3 or 4 under-20s, and then put that in with boys who are maybe in the periphery of your squad, along with probably a few boys that main squad. I think Antrim have got it right on a few occasions. I think the Antrim team probably this past few weeks has probably been closer to what you would have liked. But again, Down obviously picked and choose, played a strong team, and tonight they've come out with a weaker team, and they've suffered for it. And I think there might be a bit of regret in Down, because I still think this is a competition that's worth winning, and I think Donegal have shown it tonight that they wanted to win it, and they just wanted to win it that wee bit more than Down, and that's why they're 8 points up with a few minutes to go.
The winning habit just of any squad, it's hard to beat winning games. You can train all you like, getting games and winning them. So what everybody wants to do is Tom Murray strikes that ball, and the ball's just going to bounce up into Luke White's hand there, and Luke plays that ball outside, but it's not taken.
First decent chance.
Yeah, it doesn't get a strike away at all on the right hand side in the second attempt. It's
they've defended well in there, Conor. They really have. Donegal have defended so well, and they've closed that space down in front of the net really well.
Yeah, young Connolly it was, tried a couple of digs at it, but didn't get the ball away at all. Donegal's steady defending, right, and they're putting their bodies in the line there on the 21-yard line, and willing to take whatever was coming their way, but as long as that shot didn't get in. And a shot from the Donegal midfield. It's an over Pierce Smith's head again, and I think that's the number 12 McKinney, was it?
Yeah, that's a really good score again by that man. And we have chosen our man of the match, and our man of the match will be the number 14 for Donegal, Jared Gilmore, who you know, he was exceptional in the first half. I think he got maybe 1-4, 1-5 in the first half, and he's got 3 or 4 more. It was just when he got the scores in the second half. He got 2 or 3 really big scores when Donegal were creaking a bit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Down had got 5 in the 4 or 5 in the bounce here. They brought it back to a 4-point game, and it was Gilman that came up with a couple of scores. So final score here, folks, is Donegal 225 and Down 22 points. So that's a 9-point victory for Donegal. And as Johnny has been explaining there the last few minutes, folks, I don't think there's anybody can argue with a good score and a good victory for Donegal. They've had 3 games. The first game at 425 against Derry, the 216 against Fermanagh, and they've came to the dub here on Saturday evening in Belfast. Good conditions, bit of a wind there from left to right that appeared in the first half. It's actually disappeared now again, and they've registered 225. When you're putting up them sorts of scores, you're going to have a half a chance of winning every game here. So
brilliant.
So as Johnny said, the McGurk Cup's been going from strength to strength for a while, with the university teams and the various county teams taking part. Teams mixing up from their sort of senior squads, their 20 squads, trying to get a mixture for a pre-season thing as well. And good to see a team like Donegal giving it a bit of an effort here and coming up with the goods. That's 3 finals in the bounce for Donegal, so they'll want to try and keep it going. They're very unlucky not to probably have won 3 competitions in a row. Down did pip them in 2022 here, just in the dying minutes, as we said earlier. But an absolute delight to see Donegal win this Conor McGurk Cup, which is a very proud competition for Queens here, and they certainly like to keep it space in the calendar, and they certainly promote it as best they can. In memory of one of their former players.
Yeah, I think that's important to say that I was talking to Conor McGurk's family. Conor was a friend of mine, and he died very sadly and very tragically, far too young. I was talking to his wife before the match, and you know, they love the event. They think it's fantastic, and it's a fantastic way to honour Conor, and I think it's a credit too to the Ulster Council and a credit to the people at Queen's as well. There's a lot of work. Gavin Duffy and those people put a lot of work in behind the scenes.
Libby and them boys have been at this for a long time.
They have, and they put an awful lot of work in behind the scenes to organise this competition. And yeah, I know, maybe, you know, it's really nice to see whenever you see 2 good teams playing out there tonight, Donegal and Down. I said it was going to be a good game, and 225 to 22 points. It was a good game with some very good scores, some really good play there. And I think Donegal will be pretty pleased with the way they played, and I think the competition is getting stronger. And sometimes competitions like this do take a few years to bed in, and they take a time for teams to realise what they want to achieve out of it. But I have no doubt if we can keep this competition going, and Ulster Council can keep supporting and keep maintaining competitions like this, it'll drive hurling on in Ulster, and it'll give us something more that, you know, ideally we want this to be a McKenna Cup sort of competition where teams can really, something that's worth winning, and it can be a really good precursor to the league. Maybe the scheduling of it we can look at over the next while and try and get it scheduled even to run closer to avoid those very frustrating clashes with the Walsh Cup. You know, if we can try and avoid those Walsh Cup clashes, there will be a weekend or 2 sort of post Walsh Cup where there'll be a few free weekends where teams will have nothing to do that period, just leading up to the National League. And maybe if we had it in around that, you could see much stronger teams. And you know, if you could imagine a strong Antrim and a strong Down and Derry all within it, and you know, then Donegal and those teams will have to rise up to that level, and that's what it's about. You know, trying to raise the standards within hurling and Ulster. That's what it's all about. Yeah,
I'm glad to see as well. Seeing when there's a big enough football game on in Armagh today. I see Michael Gagan here today from the Ulster Council Vice President as well over here now, who's going to obviously be involved in the presentation. Michael McCardle from Ulster Council as well, I see here as well. So it's good to see the few Ulster Council officers along with the people from Queen's, as you're saying, they're here to do the presentations for the man of the match and for the Conor McGurk trophy itself. We're not going to hear too much. I don't think. We didn't hear a whole lot from the microphone in the first, and the anthem there just on the side we're on here. So we're a wee bit of a loss as to know exactly what's happening over there, but we're presuming that the man of the match and that trophy, and that's going to be done first, and then the Donegal will be presented the trophy here in the next couple of minutes, folks. I see the cameras clicking here, so that would be an indication that that's all starting to take place. So folks, thanks very much for joining us today here on behalf of Johnny and myself. It's good to bring you the game here today. Say Donegal worthy winners of the competition. congratulations to Queens, congratulations to everybody involved, all the county boards and everybody for facilitating the teams to take part, for the Ulster Council, for Queens GAA, to Dick Libby, to Gavin Duffy, and all the GAA committee and the club here in Queens, for all the organisation and all the work they've put in over the past few weeks here to make sure the competition's been run off there. So we'll just leave you, Johnny, to say a couple of final words there, because we presume the trophies are getting presented there on the far side.
Yeah, just a big, as you say, a big congratulations to the Donegal team. You know, deserved winners here, winners run out by 9-point winners in the end. And to be totally honest, I think that was fair. I think that was very fair. Donegal showed more intent, more hunger, more appetite out there. They had a wee creaky period, and I think, you know, from a down point of view, they'll be disappointed maybe with how the competition slipped away. And I know maybe their priorities lie elsewhere this year, you know, and they probably want to try and win something. But again, credit again to the linesmen, all the officials who done a great job today. The match was very well refereed. The facilities here at Queens, you can see, you know, everything that goes on, everything that goes in behind it, you know. And again, as I say, Conor McGurk's wife will be over there presenting the trophy, as she always does, and it means a lot to the family, and it's a big day for them. They all go in and, you know, they have food and they all meet up, and it's a great opportunity for them to remember Conor and remember what the game meant to him. And yeah, I think it's just been a fantastic few weeks and a great competition, and something we've all enjoyed. And
yeah, listen, look, it's the start of the season again. It's very important to have matches, and I was saying a minute ago there, Johnny, as well, it's very important to have structured matches. We could be playing friendlies, we could be playing challenge games as they're called or whatever, but when there's something structured and it's in place and it's in the calendar, you know it's there, and you don't know who you're playing maybe to 3 or 4 days before it because of the nature of these competitions, but it's good to have them in there and everybody has a target to work for. So as you can see, folks, the presentations are all taking place on the far side. Thanks for joining us here today. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you our next game, whatever that may be, on Ulster GAA TV. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Slán.